What's going, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. In this video, I got my girlfriend's 2006 Chevy COBALT here. I think it's the 2.2 liter if I'm certain. And in this video, we are going to be fixing an exhaust leak back here, right down there. And then right down here below too, I'm pretty sure this model is her thermostat that we are also going to be replacing. So we're going to be doing a thermostat and an exhaust leak on her COBALT. So I'm going to show you guys how to do those. And if you aren't familiar with the channel, make sure you do subscribe and like this video, because I post a lot of car content on here of how to fix stuff for different models or just my cars in general. And if you like cars, make sure you guys do subscribe and like the video. But let's fix the exhaust, which we have a little bit of some sealant for it because it's just like a little crack. We're going to try this exhaust sealant, joint and crack. This should work. She's had a small crack, so I'm not going to replace the pipe. It's nothing worth replacing, just something just to clean up the pipe. And then here we have a new thermostat. So we're going to throw this in as well because hers has a code on it. And I think the code for the thermostat is a PO128 code. So if you have those, that's probably your thermostat. Because first, before you buy a thermostat first though, check coolant level because you might be low on coolant and that may throw a thermostat code. In this case, she does have enough coolant, which I don't like about COBALTs. They do not have a low and high fill line for their coolant tanks. I do not like this at all. Chevy, that was a bad design. But she does have coolant and enough of it, so it's definitely the thermostat. So we got to replace the thermostat in this model, and as well as the exhaust. So let's get into this. All right, guys, once you get the car jacked up in the air, some jack stands underneath there. For safety reasons, you're gonna come over here, you're gonna unscrew your coolant cap off the coolant reservoir. So when we drain the coolant, because you are gonna need to drain your coolant here, make sure all the coolant is gone. So you're gonna drain your coolant out, shut that there for now. And then you're gonna go underneath your car, because obviously in the front here you have your radiator. You're going to go underneath your car here, and you're gonna find your radiator drain plug, which is right there, that little white bit right there. That is your radiator drain plug. You are going to unscrew that. Make sure you have a bucket like I just did, and you're going to drain your radiator of coolant. Because right now, when we do the thermostat, right down here, I'll show you guys exactly where it's at. See that little silver like ball looking thing where my fingertip is? That is where your thermostat is located. So you're going to drain that. So you're going to drain your reservoir in your radiator. So when we do that, you'll have a bunch of fluid just pouring out of there. So we're gonna drain that right now. All right, guys, got my tool set up here, but when you are draining the radiator and you're twisting that from underneath, it is really hard to do because you have the frame in your way and some undercarriage stuff. So you would have to angle your arm underneath like this and try twisting. Screw all that. There's you're not gonna break it loose going like this. Not enough arm strength that way. So what we're gonna do is take off the cover here for the air intake, remove this pipe, remove the cover here, and once these are gone, you can stick your arm straight down through, twist it, be way more comfortable, easier to do. So when you guys are removing this though, you're going to undo this right here, get this hose off. You're gonna, this clamp here, you're gonna twist or clamp with pair of pliers. You're gonna clamp this, pull back, pull this off, and then when you come to the other side here, you have a little, I think it's an 8mm socket bolt right there. And then you have another pop clip right here, so you will need a pop clip remover right here. Pull up on this, and you pull right out, and this cover should come off. And then when you come over here, you should be able to, since it's connected, just pull this, or you might have to take the 8mm again, loosen this bolt. So you're gonna do this band here, pull this off, or either a flathead, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna remove this real quick, and I'll show you guys after. All right, guys, as you guys can see, I got that part removed that I was talking about. There's a band clamp that goes around the throttle body here to the intake, and then right here as well, and then also that pop clip that happened to be right here removed as well. Now that the throttle body is sitting right here, we don't want anything get in there while we're working, so we're going to find, I gotta have it sitting somewhere. I got a lot of stuff here, guys, but you want to grab a cloth or microfiber rag or somewhere. I know I have one sitting somewhere, like I said, but you want to stuff one in that hole just so we get no dirt or anything like that in there while we're working. So I'm gonna stuff that real quick, and then I'm gonna show you guys where to reach down to untwist that so you guys can drain your coolant. So we got our microfiber rag right here, and we are just going to stuff that right there into the throttle body so nothing gets in. Keep that nice and clean. Now, when you're doing this, you want to go and I'll show you guys the light on real quick. All right. So now that we have that removed, we go down in here, and it's a little hard to locate exactly, but bottom of your radiator right here, right around right here, my finger's pointing down there somewhere. You can find it. It's hard to get with my phone down there, but maybe see if I can get more now. But there it is, right in the left side of your screen. You can see that little white tab down there on the far left on the left side of the screen. That is the drain plug. You are now going to reach your arm down in here like this, and you are going to down there and twist it off, drain your coolant. So I'm going to do that real quick, drain my coolant, and then we're going to hop over to this side where the thermostat is, and we are going to replace that. I'll show you guys how to get to it and what size socket you guys are going to need to replace it. All right, guys, I thought I'd show you real quick. I got a little bit on the ground because it came out a lot faster than I thought it would. But right there, I pulled that plug like I was saying, right down below here. I pulled that plug I was showing you guys. It is currently draining out right now. Here is the plug I was talking about, a little white one I was showing you. Pulled this out, and she's now currently draining. So wait for that to be empty. While that drains though, you're gonna come over here, like I showed you, your thermostat's down below over there. What I'm personally gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to get my extensions, get down there. That's a 10 mils, two 10 mils. You might need a wrench on the other side to, break them loose. But two 10 mils will disconnect that pipe I was talking about down there. Those will separate apart, and your thermostat will be sitting in the bottom half. So I'll break those two apart. And when you take them apart though, you'll have like your sealant gunk. You want to get all that off. You don't want any of that getting in there. So we'll clean those off with a wire brush. I will, at least make sure you do too. You'll break those apart. You want to clean that gunk off, get your old thermostat pulled out. You probably need a pair of pliers to pull it out. It might be tight in there. And you want to install your new one. When putting your new one in, make sure the spring in the bottom of it goes down, because otherwise that means you're not installing your thermostat correctly. You want to make sure that goes down, and that so your thermostat is functioning properly. If not, if it does not go down, then you may not have good flow, which could overheat your motor, and you do not want that, guys. So make sure your thermostat is installed properly. Otherwise, you could overheat your motor and do motor damage, and we do not want that. So while that drains, I'm going to break those bolts loose, see if I can access my thermostat. Access my thermostat, and I'll access that. Other videos on YouTube I've seen, I was trying to do this is my own preference video, of course. I was trying to compare it. A lot of people remove the fuse box and all these wires and stuff, but who actually wants to get into all that? And also, yeah, it makes it easier, but I want to show you guys how to do it without doing all that, because then that would just be a really long video, and this is mostly about, changing your thermostat. But you can access it from underneath, which I found out was really easy to do, or you can do it from here. So I'll crack the bolts from up here, showing you guys with long extensions. And then I'll go underneath and probably replace the thermostat from underneath, because I think it'll be harder to get my hand down in here and properly install it. So I'll probably do that from underneath. So I'm gonna break those loose, separate them. I'll show you where it's at from underneath while it drains. And yeah, I'll show you how to put your new thermostat in the system here, and how to pull out the old one with a pair of pliers. So let's let that drain real quick, and let's go underneath. All right, guys, so we got the coolant from the radiator fully out. Cub's here now helping us out. There's our thermostat pulled out. Two 10 mils, like I said, coming out right down here. Separate the pipes right there, as you guys can see how they're separated, and the thermostat was sitting inside there. Also, make sure you put a bucket down underneath this, which I didn't do, and a lot poured out down below down there. So make sure you have two buckets underneath there. You guys can kind of hear it down there. So we're gonna throw the new one in. Like I said, make sure you guys, the spring down below drops down and below when you put it in. So let that finish draining out, put the new one in, and I did find a bottle. Like I said, I couldn't find one before, but I did find a bottle so we can refill it back up. And then I'll show you guys how to do that little exhaust like we have with the cement. So let's put our new one in and put it back together. All right, guys, here we go installing. Got the arm down there, putting her in. Making sure, oh wait, hold on, stop the video, it fell apart. I need to fix it. So here's our new one here.
Get that
Making sure that rubber is all the way around sealed around there. Otherwise it will leak, and you don't want that. So here we go, putting the new one in. Oh, I can't get it.
Bro, I can't get it.
Fuck.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
So you should be looking.
That's how she should be looking right there. There she is sitting in the bottom half there. And we'll put the top half back together there and throw those bolts back in, and there you go. And then we'll put the drain plug back in, fill up with new coolant, and then do the exhaust. Like I said earlier, guys, all the other videos show you guys taking apart the fuse box and all that stuff, and I think this is way too much. As you can see, I mean, he got it in like 2 seconds there. So you are going to need, though, an extension on your drive right there, because you were not going to be able to get it with a normal wrench like I was trying to do, and I couldn't find mine, so he came in clutch with one of those. so make sure you do have one of those. It makes it so much easier. And I mean, I got a pretty decent sized hand, and I can fit my hand down in there. So I mean, you don't need to take apart all that. So don't bother doing all that, because then you're just confuse yourself putting it all back together. Plus the other videos of people taking them all apart and stuff, they look like they don't even know what they're doing. So I wouldn't trust it either way. This is my opinion. But let's put this back together and fill up with some coolant, and then hop onto the exhaust. All right, guys, thermostat's all put together. I'm gonna personally put this part and all this shit for the air intake back onto the throttle body and stuff, but we're not gonna do the exhaust because I'm gonna order new gaskets instead of doing the cement stuff, because it's smarter just to do that. Figure it's the gasket too. So we're gonna put this back together and stuff like that, but that's how you install a thermostat on these, not those, you know, hard videos that they show you taking apart all this stuff. Not hard. Literally, after you drain this and stuff, it does not take very long to do. It's literally 2 10 mils. Everybody else tells you how to take off all these fuel lines, all this other shit. You don't need to do that. Just literally get yourself an extension, 2 10 mils, pop it out, put your new thermostat in. And there you go, right? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's how you case a thermostat. And in 2006, this works in, I'm pretty sure, the 06 to 2010s. Maybe even some of the 04s and 05s, not 100% sure. But on your Chevy COBALT, at least for 2006 to 2010, I know, this is how you replace your thermostat. Hope you guys like the video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. All right, guys, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm ending this video right now. We did the temperature. Like, I'm so tired I can't say the word. Thermostat's changed. Added coolant. You know, pump the hoses as you go. Have the heat running, so you know you're at a good temperature while you're doing so. Make sure your heat goes to a normal temp. All that good stuff. You know, flush, or not flush, but fill your, you know, car with coolant, make sure all that's good, all your fluid, like the fluid's good and all that stuff. Checked out to be fine. Check engine light didn't turn off. You do need to drive a little bit though. So if you have a COBALT and you do this and check engine light still on, do not worry. The light will turn off after a while driving. We drove around a little bit, it turned off. If your check engine light is still on though, then you should probably go get it looked at, or you might have a bad thermostat and need to go get it replaced, because the original one you just bought that's new may be a bad one. It may be defected. So if you still have a check engine light on after driving for a little while, and probably I would say starting it probably about after 5 times it's still on, defected thermostat, or something else is wrong besides the thermostat that has something to do with it. So I hope you guys like this video. Hope it helped. Like I said before, all those detailed ones don't really, all other videos on the YouTube are going in too much of an effect. So light just turned off on me. But they go too much into context. It's not that hard, honestly. Probably about a 20-minute fix, I'd say, at most, if you follow the steps. Obviously this video is longer, but if you follow the steps I did, you could definitely do this in 20 minutes. So hope it helped. Make sure to like, subscribe, and here, I'll show you guys the old one real quick. Here's the old one right here. It's the one we took out. The rubber gasket on top is actually falling apart, and the spring inside for the thermostat is not working. So bad thermostat. So hope you guys liked the video. Hope this helped. And I like COBALTs. I have nothing bad to say about COBALTs. I do eventually want to build one for my channel. So if you have a COBALT for sale for dirt cheap with decent mileage, comment down below. But hope this helped, guys.